Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we discuss everything related to wine storage and preservation. In today's video, we will be exploring the topic of the best quiet wine fridge. If you're a wine enthusiast, you know how important it is to store your wine properly to maintain its flavor and aroma. A wine fridge is a great way to keep your wine at the perfect temperature, but if you're like most people, you don't want to hear a constant hum or buzz coming from your wine fridge. That's why we've researched and tested various wine fridges to find the best ones that are not only efficient at preserving your wine but also operate quietly. We understand the importance of having a wine fridge that doesn't disrupt the ambience of your home or restaurant. Whether you're a wine connoisseur or a restaurant owner, this video is for you. We'll help you find the best quiet wine fridge that fits your needs and budget. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of wine fridges. Number 1. Vinerie 46 Bottle Wine Cooler. This Vinerie wine cooler can hold 46 standard size wine bottles across 6 shelves. Despite not being the largest wine fridge on the market, it's still a dual zone wine cooler, meaning you can store reds on the bottom and whites on the top at different temperatures. Its noise emissions are rated at 40 decibels. While this is the top of my scale, it's still quiet enough that it won't really be noticeable. The top section cools between 41 and 54 F, while the bottom section cools between 54 and 73 F. As you can imagine, you need to stack your wines on the appropriate shelf, as the fridge ranges from warmest at the bottom to coolest at the top. In terms of downsides, some users state some shelves are too narrow for wine bottles. However, the shelves are designed for standard Bordeaux bottles, meaning thicker bottles, for example, sparkling wine, might require you to shuffle the fridge around. Luckily, the shelves slide out, making this job pretty easy with enough care. Number 2. VELIVI 24 inches Wine Refrigerator. The VELIVI wine refrigerator can hold up to 190 bottles, making it an ideal pick for a true wine connoisseur. At 76.8 inches tall, it's obviously a freestanding model, but it would look great tucked in an alcove in your kitchen or pantry. Its rated noise emissions are up to 40 decibels, putting it on par with the Vinerie model above. It uses compressor cooling, which is why it's on the louder end of the scale. However, this means you have better control over the temperature and that it's less affected by ambient temperatures. The fridge cools between 40 and 65 F and unfortunately doesn't feature dual zone technology. Considering this cooler's capacity, this is a bit of a downside. However, you can expect there will be some natural temperature variation due to warm air rising. As such, you'll want to store white wines on the bottom, but don't expect the top to be warm enough for most reds. Number 3. Smeta 19 Bottle Wine Cooler. While portability isn't often top of the list for wine storage, the Smeta 19 Bottle Wine Cooler is a good compromise between size and storage capacity. It can hold up to 19 bottles and has adjustable shelves for different sizes. It emits only 39 decibels of noise, putting it comfortably in our range for quiet wine fridges. You can install it under a counter or have it freestanding, meaning it's suitable for a range of applications. One useful feature is the reversible door, meaning you can be flexible with its placement. At 46.3 pounds, it's not the most portable thing in the world, but it should be possible to move it around if you want to change your wine storage location. Some users mention that the cooler's temperature can fluctuate, specifically dropping below the set temperature. In theory, it's not a massive problem for cooling white wines, beer and soft drinks, but is something to bear in mind if you plan to store reds. Number 4. Antarctic 24 Bottle Wine Cooler. As a budget pick, the Antarctic wine cooler still offers plenty of functionality. It's designed for 24 standard wine bottles, and this even leaves some space at the bottom for cans to be stood up. Sure, it might not be the largest wine cooler out there, but it should be enough for most people. That said, the clearest indicator of its budget price point is its cooling range. The temperature can be set between 40 and 61 F, meaning it won't be suitable for medium or full-bodied red wines. In fact, you'll probably only want to use it for whites and summer reds. It also doesn't have dual zone technology, but it'll generally be colder at the bottom. At 38 decibels, it's marginally quieter than the Vinerie above. It also features low vibration technology, and its rubber feet help prevent it from transferring vibrations into the floor. Like the others, it uses compressor cooling, but its lower noise level is likely due to its lower power rating. Number 5. NutriChef PKCWC 12 Wine. The NutriChef PKCWC 12 wine cooler holds up to 12 standard wine bottles, making it a decent option if you don't need a massive refrigerator. At 31.2 inches tall, you could tuck it under a counter, on a counter, or have it freestanding depending on where you have space. While it doesn't have a decibel rating, it scores highly in reviews for its noise level. Users rated its noise level with 4.5 stars, which is better for example than the Vinerie above rated at 40 decibels. Despite being at a budget price point, it still has all the important features. The glass door is UV resistant and has a child-proof lock. There's a blue interior LED and humidity control. Overall, it's a pretty good wine cooler for the size and price. That said, some users report having problems setting the wine cooler up. One notable issue is fitting the door handle, which requires you to remove the door seal. It's not a massive problem but is something to bear in mind for the less DIY savvy wine amateurs.